What's good, YouTube? Today we'll be covering a Minerva D series deck profile. Let's get right into it. We'll start with the ride line. So just generic starter, draw if you go second, to the grade 1. Essentially, when this is rode upon by a Genesis unit, which will be the grade 2 in your ride line, you can take the top 5 cards of your deck and put up to 2 cards into your soul, and put the rest back to your deck and shuffle, so it's good for putting more Morses and Camel's in the soul for multi-attack. And Minerva also needs a grade 3 in soul, so it can help, and it's also good for deck thinning. And then her second skill is, when she's soul blasted, you may soul charge one and call it to a rearguard circle. She can help you build a board, give boosters for your multi-attacks in the battle phase. Then the grade 2 in the ride line, Witch of Raven's Chamomile. She has the exact same skill when she's rated 1 by Genesis, top 5 2 soul, so it's good for the same reasons. Deck thinning, but it's grade 2 soul 1s, free for Minerva, pretty good. And then she has the same skill in the second part too, except Melissa can only be called to the back row, or she can be called to the front row for multi-attacks. But she is also, when she's soul blast, you can CB1 if you have a Minerva Vanguard and call it to a rearguard circle, so you'll be abusing her a lot in this deck for multi-attacks. She's very good. And then we have Domain Lady herself, Minerva. So her first skill is do a grade 3 Regalia, and its card name in your soul, your front row gets 5. Very nice for making little numbers and pokes if you're not going second. And also just making numbers for your multis. Very nice, so you'd have to use boosters. Then you may soul blast one, look top card of your deck, and put it into your soul, leave it on top. And so essentially you can check for a trigger, and if you need a soul charge, a Cam or something, you can boot to soul. Or since there's a restanding Vanguard, it's good. At least you can check for a crit and leave it on top with some kind of trigger. And if your opponent wants the parcel, it's an easy break, or if you get a crit, you'll be able to restand with a crit. Put a lot more pressure in. And then its second skill, which is at the end of the battle, she can attack. If your opponent's Vanguard is greater, if you're a greater, CB1 soul blast 3, discard a card with Genesis for it clan from your hand, stand and it gets -1 drive until end of turn. So she's a restander, that's good. Can't use it going first, unfortunately. So you will be grade 2ing stride deck sets, because you'll be fighting for second pretty much. So it's a bit sad there. This is a little bit slower than them, so you might want to be careful how it goes. But even if you do go first and you decide to ride up, you can always try and set up some multi-attacks and go for that. Just little pokes on the rear guards, just want the Vanguard restand. And the Soul Blast 3 on it is very important too, because when you do that, you'll be able to call Chamomiles and Melissa's back. So essentially you can swing with your board, then rebuild a board immediately after you restand with this. So it does combo pretty nicely, and she's like restanding. So we'll move on to the Great Freeze. That was the ride line. So we have 3 more Minervas, because Persona Ride's good. One of the new Regalis piece. Very, very broken card. Bracing Angel Ladder. Now you can use it once per fight. You can draw a card, put this in your soul, and your Vanguard gets 5k until the end of your opponent's next turn. All your rearguards cannot be chosen and cannot be put other than on R by your opponent's card effects. So it turns off Shuri for dominating anything, and it's just good against any deck that's going to try and kill stuff or play with your board. And then getting half a trigger going into your next turn. Going into the turn is very good to make things easier to guard. And the draw in the soul is nice. Mainly just stop Shuri completely, so that's for a turn, so that's pretty nice. We have Regalia Wisdom Angelica. She is very nice. When she attacks at the end of battle, attack if you have Vanguard Minerva and its card name, you may soul blast 1, choose one of your Vanguards, gets 5k in the turn, and then put it on counter charge 1. So counter charges to open up for more CB pain costs on your Vanguard, and your multi attacks if you have damage, not enough damage. And shows a soul blast, you can combo off a Melissa or a Camel if you soul blast that. And it moves it to soul, and she's grade 3, so you will get your power. That's very nice. And play a play set. Moving on to the grade 2s. We have 3 more Camel's because you want to soul blast it to get multi-attacks. And then we move on to our grade 2, the grade 2 Cycler, Spiral Cutie Angel. You don't really use the Persona Ride ability, you're mainly just using it for when you discard this card, you can soul blast 1, put it on the bottom and draw a card. That's pretty much just to build up some draws in the early game going into grade 3. And when you do discard it on your grade 3 turn, you go into Minerva, you soul blast to Melissa, you're a Camel, you can't call it back because you're on Minerva when you soul blast it. Play set fastest. First skill is when this is placed, if you have a Genesis Vanguard, you can check the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 card to soul and put the rest to the bottom. So again, you can dig for that grade 3, you can dig for Camel, you can dig for Melissa, and also deck fins it puts back. And you probably want to be using it in the early game more, because it doesn't shuffle, and the only time you shuffle is off your ride lines. Now this attack, if you have Vanguard with Minerva in its card name, soul blast and retire this unit, choose a card. Vanguard with Minerva in its card name, soul blast 1, retire this, choose a card from your hand or draw up and put it in your soul. And you put it from your hand, draw a card. So you can put the grade 3 in the soul, or you can put combo pieces that you've already used, like Chamomile, Melissa. Pretty much put things back so you can keep reusing them, so even if you draw 1 copy, you can still kind of abuse them. But on the grade 2s, and on the grade 1s. 3 more copies of Melissa. Grade 1, you don't really use its first skill. CB1 Soul Blast, draw a card, just go from your hand, reveal it, call it R. It's grade less than equal than your Vanguard, if not discard. Never use it because you want your CB for your multi-attackers and Minerva. And you can't use it in the battle phase, you can't even use it as an extender. Unless you're really desperate to draw something, I guess, but other than that, not really. It's mainly just the second skill. At the end of the battle, this unit boosts if your Vanguard with Genesis for its clan name. Put 2 rearguards in the same column into your soul, choose a card from your hand, or draw up with Genesis and put it into your hand. That's very good because Minerva does need specifically a Genesis to restand. And if you actually hard draw your Chamomiles and Melissas, bonuses. You can call them in the same columns and suck them to soul, so now they're ready to combo off. That's very nice. And of course, we run that as a playset. It's also one of the only cards that doesn't need you to be on Minerva, so you can use it in the early game. Like even fastest as soul loss needs you to be on Minerva, but this top 3 check doesn't. So just take note of that, as a lot of things need you to be on grade 3. So once it's got the best grade 3 game, you can definitely still call things down, not to worry about them dying too much. Versus a grade 2 game, it's like a stride deck set. And moving on to the next card, we have a playset of Cider, Applewitch Cider. And she's nice and simple. If you have Vanguard or Minerva at the end of battle boost, you may return this to your hand, so you can use it for a boost and pay the Genesis cost with it. Very nice. And then when this is placed on G, if you have a grade 3 Regalia, its card name, it gets 5k shield, so it's a 10k shield. So it's alright. Mainly just play it because it's pretty much the only other Genesis that exists outside the 0. And you can play the deck to bump consistency, and also 10k shield is nice, and you can boost with it, bounce it back to your hand. You play your free 2 or less PGs in your hand. And then we play a Sanctitude because PGing for free is very nice against stride decks or any grade 4 deck. Moving on to the triggers, we have a Krayle OT. If you have a blue OT played over this, I just don't have one right now, so I'm playing the Cray one. Not too much of a fuss if you don't know. It's getting reprinted the next set. It will be more available. And then we have free draw triggers. Drawing cards are good. There's not really a whole lot of draw power in this deck either, so it does help a lot for getting pieces, persona rides, helping just getting shield in general. And they're an extra 5k for the 10k shield. And then we have 8 crits, because who doesn't want to kill your opponent faster, right? Amazing. Then we have 4 heals, because living lets you play a game longer. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts. See you next time. Ciao.